I believe we are live. Um, yeah, so I went back and watched last stream, and then I realized that my audio was like way too quiet. You could barely hear shit. So, hopefully that should be fixed now. I suppose I'll check real quick just to make sure that I'm not terribly quiet. Real quick. So let me do it like so. Make sure it's yes. And then YouTube. This is gonna probably play double for 1 second. Oh, this should not be shown. Okay. View channel. Could barely hear shit. So, hopefully that should be fixed now. Yep. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good to me. So, okay. Is back on the art whoop-de-doo. All that. Okay. So last stream, which I have left unlisted because the audio was literally terrible and I didn't want anybody to be subjected to such a thing. Went ahead and made this. It's just a start. We had like an outline, we had all these buildings outlined out. Yeah, took about an hour, and we've gotten to the point where the background is at least blocked out. So now we're going to start working on everything else. Let me actually turn on this light. Now that you have the window in the background, you can see my face at least a little bit. Okay, so I'm thinking we start working on the character over here, and yeah, just work on that a little bit. Probably get the character done. That'll take a while. I'm not like the fastest with that kind of thing. But yes, okay. So I think what tends to be the case is that I pose him out first. Okay, this is guy. Yes. What is this layer? Where are you? I can't tell where you are, so I'm gonna delete it. Interested in keeping everything clean. And this layer, so it does not appear to be anything at all, so delete it. There we go. Okay, so this is like the rough version, but I tend to find I need like a better version that's actually got a little bit, because this is just like a rough sketch of what a person's supposed to look like. We'll make a new layer and we'll call it guy. Like so. Okay. And this will just be a layer. We'll go over everything and we'll get the proportions right and everything. Tends to be the issue. Okay. So this should look. So I want him to look towards the sun. So if you draw like a line there. Oh, that's interesting. Let's program the size of the brush. Changes depending on how far you are zoomed out. I don't know if I like that. I do not know if I like that at all, actually, because that is decently inconvenient. Because I like to keep it same size. Let me see, tool options. This, I don't want to spend too much time going through this. It's not the biggest deal. There it is. Lock rush to view. Okay. Yes. Way better. Way better. Okay. So let's get this smaller. So I want him looking around towards the sky, but when you're, you know, he's kind of taking it in. I think like there's a good point. So he's looking there. So we'll draw out the head. Let me see. Okay. So yeah, when people are looking towards something, it tends to be their face goes like so. Let me just make sure. Oh, this is weird. Oh, it's because I didn't set. This is weird. Why is it doing that? Do we need to set that up? Yes, that was the issue. Okay. So if they're looking towards there, probably want it to be more like the head's like so. Is this? Oh, it's not on full pass. There we go. Okay. That was what was weird. Then we probably don't want to harness all the way up. Right? Yeah. So he's kind of looking towards there. So just drinking it all in. He's not. This is going to be a he because why not? Okay. Okay. This is, I'm not that good at drawing people, so it usually takes a bit longer with me. I kind of just gotta figure, especially with the perspective here. Okay. Let's draw his hat first. Going to like there. Now we should go more like this is there we go. That's about accurate. Okay. So that's the arrow. So if the arrow is like so, then we're going with the head. Yeah, that's the head looking in that direction. There we go. So yeah, his eyes are like here and there. Okay, let me erase the arrow. Actually, let me keep that. That's a good reference, I feel. Okay. But then obviously, you know, it's gonna be more like, it's gonna go in like there. I feel like we need to shave a little bit off you, like so. Let's actually get rid of this arrow. This is very always okay. Let me draw the rest of the body because that'll give you a good preference. Okay. Just make sure because I kind of want to keep the composition of the shot right. like this, and then like he's looking like. I think that's just a bit too exaggerated. He's not like. He's not like a whoa. He's you know he's kind of chilling out, right? He's just enjoying the view. Kind of trying. This is actually what I do a lot of the times. I pose myself a little bit, and then I use it as a reference. So I'm enjoying the view. I'm going like. I'm going like that. So yeah, the body's actually straight, and then you've got a little bit of a lean in going in from the hips. So yeah, no. So this torso is. Yeah, the back should be relatively straight, is what I'm getting from that. Yeah, the arms just go straight. So. So I need to draw it a bit up, because arms tend to extend down past the torso. So I want it to naturally. I mean, yeah, I suppose he's not like a stick man, right? So he will have a bit more like this onto him. I just don't know proportions that one would be real. I feel like he's like holding them together. Yes, this is it. This is it. There we go. There we go. There we go, that's it. It's still relatively aligned. Actually, I think he could get moved. I could just... Yeah, it's supposed to do that, so like there. There we go. That's what we're looking for. That's more the piece we're looking for. That's the front of his cap. That's him. Okay. I think that's a bit better. Okay. So let's go over to here. Let's create a new group. Then we'll call this guy. Actually, no, we'll want one guy to be a layer. There we go. Okay. let's go ahead and get started on it. Okay, so we've got a rough outline, but I just want to generally see if I sketch this out, how will this look? So let's say he's got, give him some like actual, you know. Oh, okay, this is alright, I'll call it a sketch. And sketch might just be good enough, Joe. Yeah, sometimes it's like that. Okay, let's give this guy the blockified style. See, I'll leave some rooms. Yeah, he's got his arms like fully extended out. See if this works. Those are a bit too wide. It's just rough sketch, but I'd still like it to look a bit nice. Make sure, do I have hardness? Because this is looking a bit weird. Yeah, I don't like when you can see the pixels quite like that. This guy does have weird proportions. Oh, you can't do that trick. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it's better to just, okay, I do need to actually, I think that is probably some inconsistency here. I mean, this is the sketch though, so just like kind of looking for things that look a little bit wrong, clear them up, get everything looking good. Okay, let's put back in that sketch because the neck is part of, I just not that good at proportions, but yeah, the neck especially. So this is this, I don't know, I always draw, I feel like I either draw them way too, let's give him, this is the fun game I play where I try to be as random as possible with the skin tone, because you know, it's all good. Alright, let's say, oh, can you not do that? It's not a key, oh. I'm used to Photoshop where you can just use Alt for your eyedropper, and I think that's very nice. I bet there's a way to set that up though. Does that look weird? It does a little bit because he. It's just rough sketch, so give it some time. Oh, okay, that was the issue. And then this just looks a bit wrong. This doesn't look, and looks like it connects a bit farther. Now. I feel like it should be like that, and then. I don't know why I don't like how that looks. Okay, let's just move on to giving him. Let's see, ooh, maybe like this color can work. Should definitely go, but it's whatever. Okay. Okay, so we're going for this kind of stuff. Let's give him a little bit of frizzle at the bottom. I feel like these should feel a bit baggy. I want them to feel a bit baggy. Yeah, you know what? Let's make these clothes a bit flowy-ish, you know. Fix that. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's the rough sketch. Just like helps me get a little bit of more of an idea of the proportion. I'm sure I'll change it up. Like, for example, this looks a bit weird. I'm just gonna make sure I have it down to a bit of a science here. So yeah, big issue I'm gonna have is trying to find out where to separate this from the torso. So we could give him a big drape, but I don't know. I feel like no. I'm thinking to the future, and I'm thinking no. Maybe something like that. Then just I think it'll look good from afar. It's whether it looks good up close. That's the issue. It's because that's what the issue. Okay, you know what? Let's just try doing like this then. See, because I'm realizing he looks weird because it doesn't look like his. It's about keeping consistency between the different widths. So like the width of their arm at the shoulder should be about the same as their arm there. And I think there's an inconsistency with here. Yeah, I just need to watch the angle. Oh, that does work. Okay. Like so. Still looks weird because of that. Okay. I think that's a good rough sketch. I think for the actual one, I might do a little thing where I like thinking maybe I draw out a little line and then I copy it a bunch of times and I keep it consistent length. think that'll work. Maybe you make it slightly smaller as they approach it, so it creates a bit of a thing at distance. But yeah. All right, so that's the sketch. So let's set that not at 100% opacity because we don't want that to take over it. Gonna probably change the colors, but I have an idea of what I'm drawing now, which is very useful. Okay, I don't think we need multiple layer groups for this guy. All right. Head. Let's start with the head. Something feels off about this head, and I need to fix that. Maybe the neck is too long. I think it's supposed to be like that. The neck also should, no, the neck should be very straight because he's standing up, so like, if anything, the back of his head should kind of be leaning back up. So we want it to go forward and then kind of. Yeah, so something like this. Then make another plate that's more for like the solid side part, I suppose. I kind of want to. Yes, there's a bit of like a drop there. I wouldn't be seeing this much detail from the side. I'm realizing that'd be more from the front. And we're not cubists, so it would just kind of be a smooth curve. Yeah. I think a dark blue might work better. That face looks a bit weird. There we go. That looks correct. Okay, and then I think let's just shave a little bit off that. I like that. Actually, I think I like it. Yeah, that makes it look more like he's actually looking out in that direction. That looks good. I think we're gonna give him a blue. I think a blue will work nicer. That light green looks big goof. Okay. So that's the head done. Let's go in torso. That's wide arms. Those look weird. Well, I'm using my own skinny body off of this, but so yeah, it's about the length of the neck is the arm. Yeah, let's give him about the length of the neck arms. So sketchy because it's gonna. There's quite a gap here between yeah, about half of like neck length. So yeah, let's give this guy half neck length, like so. Okay. It's just the gap between. Yeah, okay. And on sketch, I just want to get an idea of how far we have to go down. That just looks a bit weird. And then let's, I don't think they'd be that much. That. It might just be that I'm a skinny person, so like drawing skinny people is easier to do the proportions on my own body. I don't know. That feels wrong. Alrighty. Let's go ahead. A little more of this. Okay. And I might make another one. What I could do, yeah. I'm gonna divide his arms. They should be about yay big, right? I'm gonna divide it into segments, and then I'm gonna paste those segments over and over again. looks like I did it. Okay, so I think the issue there is more. Yeah, these don't feel connected enough. It's because this one isn't. This one. Here, it should be more like straight down, and then. Yeah, I think his arms are a little bit too thin, but that's actually workable. Let me delete this because I do not know what the hell happened with what I put in. Okay, so if we do like that, it's just more like a reference of like. Then it becomes really easy to be like, yep, this is too small. But at least you have a consistent length going into it. So if we wanted to add like yay much, right? What's happened? Yes, keep watching. Still, in fact, am listening. Okay. Don't think his shoulder should be going up that much. I think he's wearing drapey clothing, so let's. Oh, it's because that is a long line. I do like that, right? I think I actually need to make this go a little bit thinner as it goes in. That'll give it the look as if he's actually like. Oh, but yeah. I gotta make sure I'm doing that from the top here because his arms are very much extended. And it's this issue again. There's a bit of a curve here actually. So I wonder if I add a little bit of a curve. That'll make it look a bit better. this is a right mess. Well, now it looks like he's got a bit of torso bit out of him, but obviously that's not the end goal here. I think the curve should go through the arm. His arm just might be a little bit far out. That might be it. That feels like more on the right pace. If you extend your arm like to this, right? You create a bit of a V. I don't know how to get the proportions right on this. I'm just gonna get the proportions to look nice to where it looks like his arm looks about right, and then I'll like do a pass over it. So he's extending his arms that look wrong. That was it. It's that he's like extending his arm out weirdly. That looks actually decent. Yeah, okay. Do my pass over it. Just gotta clean up this area. This one's much easier, and then all I gotta do is just actually extending that. That's fine. Should be able to see quite a bit of it if he's like, yeah, I'm right. I think they'll look good. I don't know if we'll use that method again because it didn't seem to help that much. Well, those legs look a lot bigger than the other. Nope, 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 nope. Going good. Looks good. I think I like the element of him kind of the shadow. I think that provides some nice depth to it. I think though I will want to do some like outward lighting, just backlighting. That's what Valve does with everything. Yeah, I think that's what we should best. So we're gonna dodge, and we are going to make sure we're going to wave use this. this together. There we go. But yeah, we're just did the dodge because I did that weirdly. A little bit of seam there. It's fine for there to be a seam in his clothing. His clothing, they have seams. Let me no, smudge. So actually just need a little bit weird. Then like so. I guess around the edges we'll do a little bit of lighting. Like this afterward, so to get going. Okay. So now we're gonna focus on the last guy. We are going to focus more on adding some greebles to these buildings. Because these look rather flat right now, and I don't like that. So I think we're just gonna do this with you. Mostly, and we're just going to... stuff like this, you know, where it's just like this is like a window or something. More we need to imply the existence of things like that instead of actually do them, you know. Make them look like they're lived in, you know. Maybe some drapes around over, you know, things like that. Let's actually make this a square, because that'll naturally lend itself a bit more to, or like a... and let's use shadows so that way it produces a bit more of that. Yeah, it doesn't. Offices or something here. So naturally. Yeah, it would look more distinct over here. Just little things that make the place feel more like alive, you know. let's give it like a tiny, like I can imagine like some. Maybe this is an area with like an outdoor pool. That's we'll give it like a little, very subtle, but we'll give it a little. We'll make it like this color. We want to get a sense of scale here as well. So. Issue with a lot of this option is that you get to a point where you kind of did it and undid it so many times that it like it goes into a point where it's not recognizable anymore. I think the solution there usually is you like take a color from it and then you recover it with that. I think once we recover this window, let's give it a repaint. Side's taller than the others. that building, the detail of the building works at all, actually. I just don't think it does. It just makes the shot look worse. GIMP is nice, you can revert a lot, and it won't. Just kind of want to draw the eye to the pencil. Really like this. Really like this. And there's this will work. I don't want it to be too blurred, but I'll give it a little bit of blurring. I just want to like focus.